You're not going to believe what happened at graduation. Yup. Looks like I did it again. You'd think after all these years I would have learned my lesson by now. But once again, I started the day planning to pull off a huge prank. And once again, the day ended with me in the back of a cop car, crying and soaked in mace. Why don't the TV shows that influence me to do these things ever teach me about the consequences of my actions? Whenever Bart Simpson pulls off a prank, it's all fun and games. But when I try to pull off a prank, I end up in chains, breaking rocks in the hot sun. Because, like the title of the video suggested, I fought the law, and well, let's just say we went for a few rounds. I got a few hits in, and then they got a few hits in, and we had a couple of transformations each, like on Dragon Ball Z, where you think it's over, and then one of us has a new form. But yeah, in the end, the law ended up winning this round. I guess you could say the law won. Or I fought the law, and then the law won. I guess you could say that. So anyways, let me tell you all what exactly happened. There I was, just waiting in the audience for the principal to call my name so I could pull off my big prank. I mean, this wasn't even anything bad. I decided to go with the old classic. My plan was I was going to go up on the stage, and I had this hidden in my hat. Alright? So my plan was to go on stage and do something classy. Give myself a 10-gun salute as a celebration for graduating. Just like they used to do in the Old West. So yeah. You know, I was just gonna point the gun and fire off 10 rounds. I wasn't even planning on shooting anybody this time, and I still got in trouble for it. So yeah, my name finally gets called, and I was already in trouble for eating pencil shavings in class last week. So they made the librarian escort me onto the stage, and I had her hold my hand the whole time, you know, to make sure, well, they did. They had her hold my hand the whole time to make sure I didn't pull off any funny business, more sexual harassment. But at the last second, I pushed the librarian away, and I pulled out my gun, and I shouted, "Nobody move. This is for all the years that all of you have bullied me. It made my life a living heck." And I said, "All the jocks, stand up." And at this point, people were running around screaming, and I was just trying to explain to people that I was going to do this 10-gun salute to forgive everyone for all the years people bullied me, and I wanted the jocks to stand up so they could pay their respects to me for working hard and proving everyone wrong and graduating. But the school security guard seemed to have a completely different interpretation of the events than I did, because he came out of nowhere and tackled me to the floor and took my gun. Then I got sprayed in the face with like a gallon of mace. Then, while I was writhing on the floor, the entire school burst into applause and cheering they were all cheering as I was, as well BGkumbi was taken down one last time. After I was subdued, they got me tied to this chair, and then one by one, every student, teacher, and parent in the crowd lined up in front of me and took turns spitting on me, one after another. Yep. Soon enough, the cops came and hauled me off. So yeah, today was a pretty good day, all in all. I guess. I got to have KFC for lunch, and one complaint about KFC is the mashed potatoes were a tad salty this time. Now, I did empty like 200 salt packets into them, but that's not really my fault. It's kind of their fault, because they should have put a warning label on those things. Might I suggest, warning, this is salt. I'm only criticizing KFC here because I know if they applied themselves, then they can do better. Like with how I graduated high school and barely even got beat up that much at the ceremony, because I applied myself to the art of pranking. I was expecting to at least break one of my legs or lose an eye tonight, but I barely got off with even a scratch on me. And the best part is none of this will show up on my prison record, because technically I'm a burden of the state. So everything I do, the government is responsible for, and not me. Man, life sure is great sometimes. If you just learn to look at the bright side of things, and if you become so used to public embarrassment and ridicule that you've completely lost the ability to feel shame, like me. Well, this has been BGkumbi, signing off.